Okay, if I can have your attention, please, here in the Media Center at Texas Motor Speedway. We have our Sprint Cup Series driver availabilities beginning, and who better to lead it off than our points leader? That's Kyle Busch. He drives the number 18 Interstate Batteries Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. As I mentioned, he is first in points. He has a win this season, and coming to Texas Motor Speedway, he's got, in the Sprint Cup Series, he's got 4 top 5s, 5 top 10s, but still looking for that first victory in NASCAR Sprint Cup Series here at Texas. Kyle, talk about your run so far and also your outlook here at Texas.
I think things have gone well for us so far this year. We've built upon what we did last year, and Dave and I kind of grew as a team and how we grew the team overall and where we've come. So I think things have gone really well this year. Our communication's been good, and the cars have been awesome. So can't thank the guys enough for all their hard work, everybody from Joe Gibbs Racing to Dave and the guys that are here at the track with us. So looking forward to Texas this weekend. We've had some fast cars here in the past, just some unfortunate circumstances that we haven't quite been able to capitalize on getting a win here in the Cup Series, but been fast here nationwide, been fast here in the trucks. So looking forward to continuing on with Denny's momentum with winning both races here last year and trying to keep Joe Gibbs Racing in the winner's circle.
Okay, Kyle, thank you. We'll take questions now for Kyle. Krista has the wireless mic. Raise your hand, state your name and your affiliation, please. Go ahead. We'll start right there.
MikeHembrySpeed.com. Kyle, obviously it's really early, but what does it mean to you to be where you are in the points at this point of the season?
It is early, but we're excited about it. I mean, we feel like it's a great opportunity to kind of be up front and, having some good results. Unfortunately, our engine failure at Las Vegas kind of set us back a little bit, but we've been able to rebound nicely and get back up to the points lead. So feel good with where we're at, feel really good with where the cars are at. I think that's the most important thing. So, if we can just keep kind of building upon this momentum and our success of recently, then, we can keep that going all year, hopefully.
We'll go with Bob, over here to Claire, and then back in the corner to David.
Bob Pocker, Singing Daily. What did your people tell you about how Kimmy's test went? And there's been a lot of rumors going around that he might be doing some nationwide and Cup stuff as well. Has he talked to you at all about that and who maybe he should do that with?
The test went really well at Gresham. Kimi is a race car driver, so he does know how to drive race cars and drive them well. I wasn't there until later on in the afternoon of the first day, and got to see it firsthand, and then got to get in the truck myself and run some laps just to kind of see where I compared to who was at on tires and stuff. And we run identical lap times, so he's right there. He knows what he's doing. They ran another day at Gresham and was just kind of getting his feet used to cautions, running caution laps, running down pit road, watching the lights on the tack and how all that goes, and then working on some restart stuff and getting him accustomed to coming up through the gears quick and not spinning the tires on restarts. So there's still some things that we'd like to work on a little bit more, but we don't feel like there's any time before he gets back. So there was another test today. They were in Rockingham with our trucks, and he did good again. Ran a lot better than we expected to run there, a lot faster than we expected to run there. So real happy with it. He's off and on his way to Jordan now for the rally stuff. So wish him the best of luck this weekend. As far as the nationwide and Cup stuff goes, we haven't had any discussions on that. He has asked, after excuse me, after the truck debut in Charlotte, which is what our first focus is, kind of evaluating and seeing where he's at and how he feels and what he wants to do. He has asked about nationwide and Cup and if Kyle Busch Motorsports could do that, or where would be the best place to do that. But like I said, evaluate all that once we get past Charlotte.
We'll go Claire, back in the corner to David, and somebody up here have a question? Right here.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius NASCAR Radio. Can you talk about what it's like to race at Texas, what a fast track is, what it's like going through the turns here, and then how much, because you had such nationwide success, you want to shoot those guns off? Love to see you doing that.
Yeah, it is a fast racetrack, and Texas was really hard for me in the beginning with the Cup cars for some reason, but took to it right off the bat in the nationwide stuff, and so we've kind of correlated some of that information back and forth, and having the cars from Jason Ratcliffe and from Dave Rogers being as good as they've been, we've been really fast here. So it's a fun place. It's really challenging because of the flatness of the corners, getting into the corners, and then they're so banked through the turns, and then the exits of the corners kind of fall off real quick. So that was always really weird for me to try to figure out, because the lateral grip seems to go away so fast on the exit of turns. You kind of want to be straight by that point. So it's an interesting facility. Texas and Charlotte and Atlanta all might look exactly the same, but they drive nothing alike. So it keeps you on your toes. Yeah, I mean, definitely is. That's something we want to do. I want to do before I'm done. Hopefully I've got a long time before I get there. So it'd be nice to win here at Texas.
We'll go David. We'll go to this young lady right here, and then we'll go to Jeff Gluck.
David Caravella, NASCAR.com. Kyle, 2 questions. First of all, you've talked before about how you kind of grew up building cars and developed an affinity for the stuff under the hood, and I wonder how much does that help Dave determine what the car needs on a Cup weekend during a race?
I think it helps a little bit. With the way technology has changed and with the way these cars have changed so much over the years. When I first started in NASCAR, we were coming here with 600, 750-pound right front springs, to a place like Texas, for instance. And, then it evolved into coming here and trying to get on the coil-bound setup and run spring. And then now it's evolved to the bump stops with the Cup cars now. So, things always change. So you have to think of the different dynamics of what all of those do. When you get down on a bump stop, what's the repercussion of getting down on a bump stop? You're going to be harder on the tire, you're going to have more camber, you're going to hold more camber, all that kind of stuff. So I understand a lot of that, and it's helped through the engineers, it's helped through Dave, it's helped just, you learn all of that stuff so you can give better information back to the crew chief of what you feel it is doing.
Listening to you guys on the radio, Dave solicits your opinion a lot in terms of what you're going to do to the car in stops. I mean, has that always been there? Is that kind of something that had to develop, or how did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, that's always been there. I feel like I have the best knowledge of what I'm feeling. Dave doesn't know exactly what I'm feeling in the car, so I know what track bar does, I know what wedge does, I know what air pressure does. I know what all that does, so when they ask me about a change, they're like, all right, let's do wedge. I'm like, no, it's really not going to help what I'm needing, And sometimes Dave can look at the timing and scoring and say we're 2/10 off somewhere. I can be like, yeah, man, I just need a half a round of wedge. He's like, dude, we need something a lot more than that. We're going to have to swing at this thing to get it right. So that's when you rely on information from both sides. It's like, okay, what I'm feeling is this, and what Dave is stopwatch is that. So you kind of have to work back and forth, and we work together on those decisions.